with a bit of water, sugar and salt and the butter. This will be a really soft dough, one of the best brioche buns you will ever have. This is how it needs to be. Beautiful. Hello everybody, welcome to lesson number enriched dough. In this case I chosen for a brioche, and then we're going to make hamburger buns out of them. We need a lot more ingredients for this. Again, a really nice bread flour, protein content between 12 and 14%. We have 390 grams of water, 18 grams of dried yeast. I got in this container, I got salt and sugar mixed already together. 2% salt, 3% sugar, 2 medium eggs, and 5% of butter. And that we're going to add, and we're going to this time not mix it by hand, but via the machine. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the first batch of water. Again, we got a little bit to mix it after the dough is developed. So we're going to add the water to it. The yeast is already getting mixed in. The eggs are also going in. And so we're left with a bit of water, sugar and salt, and the butter. This is what we're going to first use. We're going to use the dough hook, and we're going to knead this nice and slow pace. So really like gear number 1, or really in the early beginning, nice and slow. We'll make a close-up from this. Ten minutes on mixing and adding gradually the sugar, salt and butter to it. When the butter is completely dissolved, you will have a really smooth but sticky dough. This will be a really soft dough because of the extra moisture and fat that we added to it. But don't worry, this will be one of the best brioche buns you will ever have. Nice dough. Let's add some bit of flour to the surface, and then again to the container. We're going to add some flour to it, a bit more. And we're going to get it loose. Get some tension on the dough. Make sure you don't fold in too much flour. Really nice, don't overwork it. The air that's already in there, leave it in there. And just put some tension on it and you see a really smooth dough. If you push it, it will spring back a bit. And then we can add it to our bowl and let it rest for 1 hour. Now, after an hour of proving, our brioche dough is nicely puffed up. And we're going to remove it from the bowl. Make sure it's nice and you see a beautiful release to it. Really nice dough. And this time we're going to weigh off the dough pieces in 80 grams per piece. I'm going to use my iron stainless steel dough cutter for that. And make sure you don't cut, you cut through the dough instead of smooshing it. And then just 80 grams pieces. I'm lucky, this is a lot of times. So, and then if you get too much, just add a bit of, and then bit too much. Perfect. Keep a small margin in there, 2 grams. So it would be 82 or the other way around. So, just a bit more. Perfect. And the leftover dough is a little bit. You can leave this dough in the fridge and then you can use it as a flavor booster in your new dough. That's what we're going to do. And now we're going to make small little balls of these. So ever so slightly push out the air. And then like what we did with the larger ones in the former lessons. So we're going to tuck them under. And now this time we're going to use the inside of your thumb. Create a little bit of a cup. And then just roll, roll. Until it's a nice and smooth ball. And that's what we're going to do with all of them. And just leave them on the bench. Tuck them under. And if you want, you can even use two arms. You go faster. And once again, you're bringing tension to the dough. Nice and neatly. And we got 12 brioche buns that we can bake. Let's place them on an oven tray, lined in this case with baking paper, to let them proof. These are going to proof within 1 hour, 5 hour, 1.5 hour I meant to say. It's nice and easy going. Place them like this, cover them again with a towel or with a piece of plastic. You can just cover them like this. As you see, the hamburger buns are triple in size, and this is perfect now. Now we can bake them in a preheated oven of 260 degrees Celsius. And when we put them in the oven, we directly put the oven back to 220. So it will, in the 15 minutes, these buns will bake. It will reduce the temperature to 220, and you get perfectly nice golden brown buns that you can serve a beautiful hamburger on. Here you see the hamburger buns are out of the oven. They're really, again, doubled in size. Let's see how the inside is. They're still a little bit hot, so I'm really carefully letting the knife do the work, and then we see a really nice open structure. Smell is phenomenal coming out of it. This is a really nice one. Soft, spongy, even structure. This is how it needs to be. Beautiful. These hamburger buns, or the enriched dough section, is done of these lessons. Good luck with the next lesson, and see you soon. With a bit of water, sugar and salt, and the butter. This will be a really soft dough, one of the best brioche buns you will ever have. This is how it needs to be. Beautiful.